Good afternoon, everyone. We hope you had a fabulous lunch and we're glad that you're back. Welcome to our fourth session of the day 2 of our EdTech Institute. Kevin Honeycutt is back and he brought with him Alethea Master to talk about how we can become captain of our own virtual classroom. So do this in the chat as I walk through all of our reminders. Let us know in the chat. Tell us something you would do differently if you have to teach remotely again. So what is it that you would do differently? Rebecca just mentioned something really good. She would bring her chair and I was able to get my office chair and I'm really happy about it, but I would have it up front. But let us know what you would do differently next year for your students and for yourself. A couple of quick reminders before I turn it over to Kevin. Our sessions are recorded. Most of them are recorded. The majority of them are recorded. You can find the recordings on YouTube and on our website. I want to show you real quickly our website. This is the edtechtraining.palmbeachschools.org website, where we have all of our resources. Under the Digital Learning Institute here, this is all the information for today. But we have a section here that was just created, recorded video sessions. And if you look closely, right here, the little hamburger is what we like to call it. This is a playlist. So if you click on that, you get all the videos that are available from yesterday. And the same thing for today. Click on the little hamburger and all the videos will be there. The ones that we do have the recordings for, okay? If you're tweeting, please feel free to use hashtag EdTechPDC. You might be featured in our summary video for today. The one from yesterday is in the playlist for yesterday's on the website, and it is really, really, really good. We love those selfies. All right, so the chat. Let me just talk to you. Oh, before I get to the chat, I want to thank you for the views yesterday. 10,507 views yesterday, and we're almost there today. So thank you very much. Our goal was to get to 2,500 subscribers. So keep going. If you want to subscribe down below, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The bell is just if you want notifications. If you don't want notifications, you don't have to hit that, but please make sure that you're giving thumbs up, not thumbs down, thumbs up. We want to get to 100 likes today. I talked to you about the recorded sessions, the chat. Okay, before I jump into Kevin, or to Kevin, yes. In the chat, we have moderators with a wrench. The moderators are there to answer the questions. I wanted to show you with the chat one thing that you can do. A lot of people have been talking about how it goes so fast and it's hard to catch things. You can scroll up and down on the chat, all right? You can scroll up and down and you can stop when you see a site that you want to grab. So don't let it just keep flying by and then you not get the information that you need. Slow it down, use the scroll button. And if you're using 2 monitors, you can actually take that and just pop that chat out. So you don't have to have the chat right there. So if you're using 2 monitors, take that chat and move it over to the side. That way you can still kind of focus on what's going on with the presentation and then have your chat over there on the side. So that's what I wanted to say. Don't worry about attendance. We're going to get back to you later with the link for attendance. And I think that was pretty much all that I needed to say today. I hope you're chatting out your information. We have some prizes coming up. I think I've talked enough. So I am going to turn it over to Kevin and Alethea.
Yay. Okay, can you hear me? Yay, okay. So anyway, I'm here today with my friend Alethea, and I've known her for years. And I brought her for a specific reason, and I'll fold her in. But I'll let you introduce yourself, Alethea, before I jump into this bad boy.
Sure. Thank you, Kevin. Hello. And so glad to see so many amazing teachers and educators and believers in students here on our session today. I'm Alethea Master, a teacher turned entrepreneur, and here to share some great ideas with Kevin. He's been an inspiration to me since I started MadLearn about 6 years ago, and excited to be here to share. So thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, a little bit about our relationship because it's a little weird. Before I became a teacher and started doing all the staff development, I was doing coding. I was building websites back when it was a little harder. I was doing streaming video back when it was a lot harder. I thought I was pretty smart, not as smart as I thought I was. But anyway, then I started doing all this teaching, and I didn't have time to be that code guy. So I ran into Alethea, and she had this way of letting kids build apps that was drag and drop easy. And yeah, I could get granular if kids wanted to do actual, coding, but it had all this latitude, and it's elementary kids. And I thought, wow, how cool is that? So that was STEM, and that was STEAM, and that was all kinds of things. But she asked me to be the keynote and to their big culminating event. And this is where kids all over the country, maybe the world, were sharing the apps for making the world a better place. And I was blown out of my socks. I just thought, who makes a living letting kids realize dreams at the elementary level? Now they do pre-K-12 probably. I don't know a little bit about that. I'll let her go into some depth when we get to that slide. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into some more of my MacGyver ideas here. So this becoming the captain of your virtual classroom, this idea popped into my head because I felt like I was a steerage passenger on something that had happened overnight without my permission. And suddenly I'm teaching online and I don't know how, and I felt just disempowered and disenfranchised and freaked out, honestly freaked out. Because I had kids I was supporting in different places. I was teaching guitar to some kids. I was teaching sort of artistic things with some kids. I was doing supplemental work with at-risk kids in Ohio, and suddenly I couldn't go there anymore. And I felt like I'd been evicted from my own house, and I lost the kids in the divorce. And for a couple of days, I was just freaked out. I just was freaked out. I almost gave up. I didn't know what to do. Then I came down here to this basement bedroom, and I said to my wife, I have to build a new classroom. I've got to do this. So I took the bed up. It's over there. Let me show you. Let's just be real. There's the bed. There's all my clothes. There's my kids' magic theater. I've given up on trying to be right, and I've just decided to do the best I can. And that was liberating. I cannot tell you how liberating that was. And then I decided, the safest place to be in front of kids is you. All the way weird. So I did that, right? And I know there's experts and PhDs that will go, I find him wanting. I don't care about them. They're not my customer, right? My thing is I need to reach kids. And I need to reach home, and that's hard, and I'll do whatever it takes to do that. So I think I can't get in the door with worksheets. I've got to be weird. I've got to be different. I've got to be hands-on. So this is what I was thinking. How do you get hands-on from a distance? How can you incite, ignite, and invite learning from a distance? Because they can choose not to if you're boring. How do you be just weird enough that they want to? So there's lots of slides here that I'm going to show you today that have QR codes and bit.ly links. Please grab those and shoplift everything I have any way you want to. If it helps you reach kids and helps you make connections, maybe that cool cardboard thing you did with kids actually opened a dialogue that let you reach kids in a different way, or talk about vocabulary, to talk about spelling, to talk about math, to talk about history, whatever. Right? But again, as Madeline Hunter said, kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. To me, it's the weird stuff that teaches them that. So here's this one here. Now, please take a look at this one here. So this is all the cardboard stuff I've been building since COVID-19. So each one of these, and you'll see down there, bit.ly/everything cardboard. If you go to that link, bookmark that. If you want a QR code, scan that QR code in the bottom right, and all this is going to be available as a downloadable PDF when I'm done here, and you'll all have it. You don't have to take notes. So over there on the top, you'll see that submarine there is based on a 1950s nuclear submarine that you could save box tops and buy at the back of, a catalog or whatever. And it came, and it was a Christmas present for lots of kids. And I thought, how do we build a cool submarine kids can get inside? So whenever I do this as a dad, I make a template for everyone. My idea was that we could have these reading places in classrooms where kids could go in there, especially kids on the spectrum that get triggered socially easily, so they could have that place where they could go. So a lot of these, you could build a classroom version for yourself if you want to. So as you go across there, there's a steam engine one for a classroom. There's a geodesic dome template. Really, it's just two triangles. You just have to make this many of that triangle, this many of the other. You can hold them together with those fasteners that hold sheets of paper together. It can be as simple as you want to. Anyway, all of this stuff is sitting on this page. Please, even if you don't do it, send links to this to the homebound kids and parents my thinking and my hope is parents and kids and grandparents and aunties and uncles, if we're going to be stuck in our houses, we should be doing positive things. I'm from trauma. I'm from, I don't know if you know ACEs or what ACEs is, but my ACEs score is 9. So I grew up in foster homes and abuse, and so long stints of time at home wasn't always good. And I can't even imagine what it would have been like, right? So how do I create something that's a little distracting, a little bit different, a little bit weird, maybe create the possibility that we do something positive together? That's what I'm up to here. Okay, I don't think I know anything, but I'm trying. Okay, so there's that. Please, if you do this, by the way, and you got kids and parents building really cool things, please share a link with me. I just need to know that this came all the way full circle. I'm not just out here just doing things and not getting a response from anyone at all. Okay, so what creative ways can we create learning and doing choices? See, I think it's not always about being right. It's about delivering learning and wanting to learn in multiple formats so that kids can come, a belly up to the learning buffet according to their own strengths and aptitudes and interests, right? I'm going to go back to that first slide real quick. So we're growing from passenger to captain. So what I'm thinking is I want you to bring your weirdness, your strangeness, your creativity, whatever you are, like bring it, right? Bring it to this whole situation. I hate for you to be want. There's something going on right now. Ivy League colleges were not good at this online thing. They didn't have to be. University of Phoenix was good at this, but they were thought of as a trailer park education. But then when this all happened, and suddenly you're paying Harvard money for something that's not as good as University of Phoenix online, and you're looking at how much that cost, the clock is ticking. We got to get good at this, and we got to get good at this fast. I don't mean good like effective. Look, it all works. The tech works. The bandwidth works. No. The kids are engaged. They actually love the instruction. You're getting homework back, right, from kids who are homebound, and parents are happy, right? That's the result. I think people will forgive us for being caught flat-footed when this all happened once, but I don't think they'll forgive us twice. If come August we're not getting better at this, and I mean the relationship part, I mean the fun part. I mean, my kids really love watching my little show, my cooking with fractions in the kitchen with Mr. Honeycutt, and I'm making, teaching fractions with yellow and bologna, and the kids are saying, Mr. Honeycutt, he thinks he has a real show, and he's really into it. I feel sorry for him. You think he'll get fired? I want them to just think, Mr. Honeycutt's weird, but they can't stop watching because they feel sorry for me, and they accidentally learn fractions because I'm so into it. That, right? Loosing the hounds and being that weird teacher you've always been. I think that's a big piece of all of this, right? Here's one of my things. I was wanting to teach how to build a colony on Mars, and this was space science, and this was research, and there was a lot of things here, right? I mean, there's so much in that whole Mars thing, and Mars is back on the table, right? So is the moon. So there's so much you can teach with space science. So if you look at the QR code there, I have a tabletop Mars colony project link there, and there's bit.ly/build Mars. And I'm going to give you my template. Please don't think you have to marry my template. Date it, steal it, shoplift the parts you like, leave behind the things you don't. But these can be PBL lessons that kids really like, possibly. And then there's an online colony page where kids can make their own homemade Martian colony. So I want to show you what that looks like. I'm going to take you to this slide here. Now, if you go to bit.ly/let's build Mars, okay, or look at that QR code real quick. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pull this over so you guys can see what this looks like. So here's one. This is what it looks like when I went in here and built it. This is my and I get 8 people. Yay, there's 8 people. Now, right now, this is not set up for anyone to edit, right? This is set up for people to look at. So I show kids this for a few seconds, because if I show them this for 5 minutes, they'll pretty much shoplift everything I've done, and they won't be creative at all. So I give them a quick look, and then we're out of it, right? Quick look, and then we're out of it. Now, what did I do? This is so MacGyver. See on the sides here, the cottage cheese container, the toilet paper roll, the paper towel roll, the top of the plastic bottle, the Buzz Lightyear. I took pictures of all of this in front of I would say a green screen, but it was probably red or black. As long as it contrasted the shape, I could take it out of there. Most software, especially like if you're using Pages or you're using Word, a lot of it will let you remove the background. Instant Alpha, it's called, right? You just remove the background. Suddenly you got this shape that you can move around in free space. And so kids can drag and drop that space and they can build together. And it's the craziest thing, right? So like there's a dryer hose down there. These are, again, I want them to see this is stuff from Mr. Honeycutt's house. Mr. Honeycutt cares enough to take the time. You would not believe my wife's the expression on her face when she sees me collecting all this crap and then taking pictures of it. It's all out in the garage. But in my summer camps, I would build stuff like this for real. Right? And the kids would have the real stuff and they'd build the real stuff and they would label the real stuff. Look over here, supply ship, transmission dish. Those are those little umbrellas for your fruity drinks. So you can save those, right? And suddenly they're antenna arrays, right, for your Martian colony. So you can use those. So any of this stuff is drag and droppable, which is kind of fun. Like this here, I'm going to show you, I can move that around, right? Now this is, again, I set this one up as an example. Now let's pretend that I gave kids access to this and they messed it up. They didn't mean to, but some kid moved the background. You just go back to a previous version and it's all back again, right? But let's just make it fun here. So this one here, this is the one that I'm giving you. And you can see someone already moved the background. All right, so any of you got 52 people here. Okay, so this, again, you would never have 52 people, but I'm just thinking, let's go cray. Okay, so let's say that I want to move the background again and get it straightened out here. And again, I can always go to a previous version. Don't freak out if they mess it up. Don't make them feel bad if they mess it up. But here's what I want them to do. Don't drag these over. Copy and paste them. So like we're going to go Control Command C, Command V. I got a second one, drag that one over. Okay, someone just grabbed the Martian background and moved it. That's okay. We'll do that. It's okay. Please understand you can't break this. It's okay if you move it. Now listen, whoever just moved the background, click Edit, Undo, and it goes back. You have to teach kids that so they'll know that you didn't really mess anything up. Like the background can just be I'm going to pull this forward, grab it there and put it there. Okay, so again, you would never do this kind of anarchy, probably. Right, because you'd have 5 kids in here or 10 kids in here. Now, please think of it like this. If you grab this, let's say you grab this one here, and I'm going to go back to the previous model. Copy, open Google Draw, paste. It's yours now. Now, let's say you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions, and you give one version to each of 5 kids. So you've got little 5-kid group modules building their own Martian colonies, working together, collaborating, communicating, cooperating. At the end, they take a screenshot and they hand that in. That's homework. And they send you an audio file or a video file. Thank you. Guys, you know, I have all these robots here for my 5-year-old. He programs robots. I started thinking, what if I let the kids send me pictures of their favorite toys? And I chroma keyed them so they were over on the side. So when they come to my lesson, oh my God, it's their action figure. It's their Buzz Lightyear. It's their little robot. Whatever it is, suddenly I have taken my instruction and made it fit who they are. And little by little, I'm getting authority with these kids and they see that I care about who they are and what they like, right? I'm becoming the captain of that learning ship here. I know this is crazy. Those are drinking straws, by the way, and I take pictures of those drinking straws. And from now on, I believe I'm not going to use a bunch of plastic drinking straws anymore. I think I care about the environment too much, but I can take pictures of the ones I have. Aluminum foil is fun because you can take a quick picture and the kids can size that to be a solar array. I'm going to go back to this one here. Now you can see what happened here. What happened here? Well, listen, stuff in the background is behind stuff in the foreground. So it took me some time, right? Because first I built and I thought, oh my God, I got to put this behind that. So now I got to go back and yes, you layer the thing. And by the way, all of that time that you take is more and more time dealing with and working with the curriculum. The curriculum. What's the curriculum? Research, writing, thinking, sharing. On the sides, you can have the kids post links to their YouTube videos where they summarize what they've done, right? So think about, this is so MacGyver, right? This is such a mess. I mean, some coders and some people who are like fans of Perfect would hate this. The people I work with love this because it doesn't scare anybody. It's just weird and different. Okay, so give me a yell if this is interesting. If you do anything cool with this. By the way, I'm working on one right now. I'm working on one for the Salem witch trials. What I'm doing on the side is all the props of the Salem witch trials. And in the center, there's a courtroom. And the kids are going to build a scene. It doesn't have to be a courtroom. It could be whatever. But the kids are going to build a scene from the book, right? And then they're going to share that right there. So think about this. Open your mind up and think, what can't I teach with this? If kids, were really into this and can hand build, again, if they're in my classroom, they'd be using these actual things, but they're not in my classroom. So now I'm starting to think maybe I should have a version in the classroom with all these actual things, and then a version online with all these actual things. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Yes, I am. Don't answer that question. Okay, put this back over here. Woohoo! Keep playing with that, please. Okay, and let me know what you think. All right, so here's where I'm getting into something a little bit different here. So some of the schools I'm working with in Ohio, we really had some challenges because a lot of the kids were homebound and we weren't getting answers from them or their family. Now, the problem with our population is a lot of the kids are from poverty and trauma, and they've had 3 cell phone numbers this year. Because mom buys a new track phone, mom buys a new track phone. It's really hard to contact the family if they weren't showing up every day. But I'm there at the school in Ohio, and as kids come in the morning, we wand every kid in with metal detectors, and it's the neighborhood, it's the reality. But I'd say 90% of the kids had a smartphone. 90% of the kids had a smartphone. And we thought, wow, if we target online to reach them, our numbers showed that between 40 and 45% of kids had a laptop or a desktop with internet at home. So we were shooting for 40 to 45% of kids. And we thought, well, that's not enough. We should probably go after the phone. If we can go after the phone, we know these kids have phones. We've seen them every morning, right? We could target the phone. So I thought, oh my God, if we could build an app. And that's when Alethea popped into my mind. That she has this company called MadLearn. And I'm going to let her talk a little bit about MadLearn outside of what I asked her to do. But then I went in there and I said, Alethea, can you help me? I think it'd be cool if people could build an app really fast and reach kids or reach home. Right? And it might be that you build an app to reach family, to reach your sisters and brothers, and you all work together on the app. I'm going to give you a quick look at this. And I'm going to let Alethea talk a little bit. This is my first app I ever built with MadLearn. And if you go over there on the side, you'll see bit.ly/MadLearn 2020. If you go to that bit.ly link, or if you scan that QR code under it, you'll be on their COVID-19 page where you can get a free account and build an app for free right now. And at the top there, if you click on that, if you go to bit.ly/Kevin's app, you'll see a screenshot of my app, and you actually can use it from your computer right now if that's interesting to you. So anyway, I was in a hurry to prove I could get my instruction out and that I could let kids hand in homework. And they helped me. I went in there, and Greg, oh my God, they got this Greg Stone guy who looks just like me, except he has hair, more hair, and guitars in the background. And I thought, that's my brother from another mother. And he walked me through how to build that app the first time. And suddenly I had a way that we could reach some of those homebound kids. I'm going to let Alethea talk here, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a bit and let her take over.
Thank you, Kevin. And I completely agree with you. Greg is your brother from another mother, and he's absolutely amazing. He's been with us since before MadLearn was even formed. And I will tell you, just before I show you a couple of things that Kevin wanted me to show you, one of the things that is so exciting about Kevin's mind and the entrepreneurial mind is always be thinking, always be innovating, always be coming up with new ideas. And that's what Kevin did. He knows about our program, and our program at its core is teaching kids how to build apps. How do we expose kids, elementary kids, middle school kids, high school kids? How do we get them to the table, even if they didn't think that coding was their thing? By the way, I'm not a coder. I do not know how to code, and I run a tech company. And this is something that I share with students all the time. Not to say that coding is not important. It's critical. We could not do the things that we do without the amazing developers and coders that we have on our team. But we also have testers and designers and product ideas and marketing and sales and support and all of these things that come together to make an amazing program. And so what we're trying to do is really get kids to the table, get them building, get them seeing how easy it could be. I've made many apps, and like I said, I do not know how to code. If you want to check out some of the apps that kids around the world have made, pull out your phone. We're a mobile company. We don't mind if you pull out your phone. Pull out your phone, download this app. It's called Mad Store. It's a free app. It's our version of the App Store. Any app that a student makes or that you make today, tomorrow, the day after, you will be able to see on your phone instantly through that Mad Store app, just like Kevin's app that we're about to show you. So just bringing kids to the table, getting them excited and exposed. And when Kevin came to us with the pandemic, when the pandemic hit, he said, I need to teach teachers how to make apps. Not just for kids to do it, but for teachers to do it, for schools to do it, for me to do it, to get my content out there. And so what he did was he took MadLearn and he built an amazing app, which hopefully you're looking at on your phone right now. And I want to show you how easy it can be for you to go in to build an app today for your family, for your friends, for your community, for your classroom if you'd like, for your school if you'd like, but really be able to create something that's simple and easy to use immediately, especially during school closures when we're all at home. Hopefully this is an easy way for you to communicate with your loved ones. So this is what Madeline looks like on the inside. What I've got pulled up here is Kevin's app, and there's 3 main steps and 3 main parts of the process. The first one is creating a mind map. So this is Kevin's mind map. He said, these are the main things that I want in my app, and here's how I'm going to organize that. So he put his ideas down first. The second thing he did was look at the design of his app and create his own design, or use a gallery, a set of images from our gallery that we have here. It could be as simple as picking something here or uploading your own images. Kids love doing this. They love creating their own images and their own logos, super easy, fun videos, ways for you to figure out how to do this yourself, and pick the kind of layout that you'd like for your app. And Kevin's smiling right now because he logged into MadLearn a couple of weeks ago to work on his app, and now it looks completely different because we're always innovating and always changing and adding.
Can I share something? Can I share something? I know the kids that I'm working with in Ohio, and they're about the movement. They're about the movement. So I wanted to create a movement where we're fighting back against COVID-19. See the fit there? And I'm saying we can learn. This thing can't stop us, because I thought I want to incite these kids, invite these kids, ignite these kids. And so I'm trying to do, please understand, nothing's accidental here. But what I love is it was easy to do. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kevin. So really easy. You come in, you pick your designs, pick your layout, and then the fun part is actually building the content for your app. And so this is how simple it can be, regardless of what your experience is as a teacher, as a student, as a parent. You can come in, you can click a few screens and build an app right away. This is Kevin's app. It's got a ton of resources on it, so hopefully you've got it on your phone already. But if I want to add a new screen, I just click this add screen button right here. I have a whole bunch of templates or features or functionalities that allow me to build the kind of screen that I'd like to build in my app. I can drag and drop it over and start to build that screen out. Very, very simple to do. There's things like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the coders in us if we want to experiment with that. There's easy photo galleries or maps. There's even an augmented reality functionality in there if you want to play with that. But this is one of Kevin's links to a document that he's created that he can easily see and preview that in just a second on the web or on the phone. So very, very easy to build. I'd encourage you, please do go to that website, get access, go in, play with it. We already have several other teachers in Palm Beach and a few schools in Palm Beach County that are using MadLearn to do some fun stuff with students. So hopefully we can help you do great things as well.
Deborah's saying, I don't have that Mad Store. If you're going to find the Mad Store online, it's Mad-Store, or is it just Mad? I just Googled Mad Store and I was there.
I'll put it in the chat for you. But if you do, if you go to our website, it's mad-learn.com, and it's one of the options right there at the top. That is the Mad Store. And also on your phone, if you go to the App Store or the Google Play Store on your phone, you can download that as an app on your device as well.
So let me tell you what I like. If I'm trying to get an app on the iTunes Store, it has to meet so many criteria to get there, and it sometimes is a barrier that makes you stop. Once your app is done and published, you're on the Mad Store, and you can send that link to parents and send that link to family, and suddenly they're using the app. Now, here's what's weird here. It's not perfect, but if you click my app and preview, you can look at it on a Chromebook, and most of it works on a Chromebook. Now, tell me, if the app works on a phone, Alethea, does it also work online?
It does, yes.
Okay, so the same way we're doing it now, we'd pull up a preview and we could see everything, correct?
Absolutely.
So what I did, you guys and girls, is I pre-gathered and curated all the stuff I thought was important. And let me answer the question from the beginning. What would you do if you go back in time and do something as a teacher before all this happened? I would pre-gather and curate all the stuff I already had, because that took me a long time to kind of get it all back together again. The minute I did, I thought, oh my God, I can put it on the app. I can put it on the app. So mine isn't sexy. If you're looking for sexy, that's not my app. What I wanted to do is just prove I could have it be functional. And one of the things I really wanted was the ability for kids to hand things in, right? So I've got a hand it in button right there. And there's a feature inside the app where you can add that page, and the kid can send you a link to their homework, and that will come to your email. So to me, that was like, oh my God, if I can send out and get back, I've got something here. And I think after this is over, to have an app that really does all of these different things, I think a lot of schools are thinking, oh my God, we got a new functionality. Why come out of this not better than you were when you went into this. I think we should come out of this better than we were with new services. So anyway, Alethea, my experience there has been, if I call her or hit her on Twitter, and I would say, tell us your Twitter handle, although you're probably going to get blown up. But because so far, when I call, they answer the phone and they put someone on it. You're still having the weekly tutorials where you bring brand new people on board and you have them make their first rides?
We have all kinds of video tutorials on our YouTube channel. So when you log into MadLearn, you've got a video gallery there that you can watch videos. You can walk yourself through the process. You can help and ask questions whenever you'd like. We do have routine webinars, not weekly anymore, but routine webinars for you to hop into as well. So yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, if I was starting today doing this all over again, the first app I would build is for my family. I would build the Honeycutt app or whatever I call it. And I'd make it so that we could share pictures. I'd make it so that we could share websites, ideas, links, memes, inspirational things. I'd make it very personal. And as a teacher, I would learn to use MadLearn without it being my job. I just think I'm a big fan of make it personal before it's professional. I don't want to make this a PD. This is a great tool. And then if my family loves it, we have a new way to connect, and we're talking to grandma and grandpa, and we're breaking down some of these walls imposed by COVID-19. Yay. And what you're going to have, teachers, is teacher thoughts. You're going to think, oh my God, my kids would love that. Oh my God, my parents would love this. Oh my God, I'm a principal and I want to do a daily announcement. I could do that through the app. You could. Yeah, also do it the other way. Also do it on YouTube. Also do it on whatever you're doing. Do it everywhere. Because again, it's not about doing it right. It's about doing it everywhere. So, because you don't know which way the kids can reach you. Right? So the more ways you make it public and you put it out there, the better off you are. So if this is interesting, reach out. Alethea is nothing but nice. I know you guys are struggling. I know companies are struggling right now because we're all hanging in there by our fingernails. You've got great people, Alethea. Greg is the nicest guy. You've hired great people. And I don't know how you're paying them. I literally pray for you because I don't want you to go away because I need what you do. Anyway, I'm grateful. Will you hang around for the rest of this session in case someone wants to reach you? And at
Absolutely.
the end, I'm going to give Alethea's information so you can reach her. Please connect to her over there on Twitter. Okay. Yay. All right. I'm going to go back to the Prezzo. So there's I'm not way proud of this first one, but it was my first jump back into having an app. So easy ways to let your kids let your kids show their thinking and creativity. I was talking to this math teacher and she said, how can I do math? How can I do math with my kids? And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I don't know. I'm just an art teacher trying to figure this out. But then I had this idea. If we made a Google Draw document and we parsed that into pieces, the kids could draw inside these little pieces right here. So if you go to that, right, bit.ly/draw together 2020, I'm going to try to go there too and see if I can get there, draw together here. Okay, so pull that on here. So if any of you go there, you'll end up on this page here. So I'm going to wait and see one more time, bit.ly/draw together 2020. That should land you on this page. And if it doesn't, I'm going to talk anyway for a minute. So if I knew I had this many kids and each one of them was assigned a quadrant, you can even put their name there, Kevin, Stacy, whatever. And you say, please show me your work. I want you to do this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, or you to draw this thing, this thing, this thing. And we're all in the same class. And by the way, any of you that are jumping in right now, click on one of those, go into one of those squares, put your name, it could be your first name, and draw anything. Now listen, go up here to the line tool and click scribble, and then you'll see you can just scribble. You can draw like this, and that could be with a stylus, that could be with just your mouse, or that can be 2 times 2 equals, and remember, you can just delete that as easily as whatever. So this could be 2 times 5, right? I know it's not perfect, but I can see everybody at the same time, and it feels like community for a moment. If a kid messes something up, again, go back to a previous version. I can see someone move that little, this is not perfect. Again, this is MacGyver. But kids have been forgiving me routinely for being MacGyver. See how you can do it? See how you can do it? So jump in there and just make a mess real quick. And I believe you can even draw on the sides over here. We can go in the margins. Let's just go in the margins. Now look over there, play the welcome video. Okay, if you click that, and what did I do? Well, you really, Google doesn't say how to put a video in a Google Draw document. But if you hack this, and that's the fun of it, right? You hack this. You go over there to Google Slides, and you click import video, and you import a video you made on your phone 2 seconds ago to YouTube. You put it in Google Slides, copy, paste over here. Suddenly in the top right quadrant, I have an instructional video that says, hey kids, and I'm telling you what I want you to do. We made it! Happiness in school. I just love it. I love the craziness of all of this stuff. I feel like we're all pirates. Arr, let's take the ship higher. Anyway, so again, this is, I'm inviting you to just be weird. I'm inviting you. I might do this whole lesson just once, just to get all the kids to do one fun thing. One fun thing. And you get an email from a parent saying, this is the first time Timothy really cared about school. He's really excited about his drawing on this thing you did together. Dude, dudette, this is what I'm going for, right? I'm going for this connection that we're making. So this isn't about the authority of knowing. It's about the authority of caring, and caring enough to be weird, right? So yay, look at you go. So the fun part of this, go ahead.
Hey, Kevin, Mr. Weird Guy. I lost your face, your video. I just see your icon now.
Okay, let me go over there and see if I can find it and get back on here.
And I know we want to see you because you're so expressive, right?
I'm visually unpleasant.
Yeah, and the chat, they were wanting that link again. So it was bit.ly/drawtogether2020.
Yeah, let's go there. Okay, can you see? Yeah, Draw Together 2020. It's on that slide right there. And
yeah, I see it, but I don't see you.
I'm looking for what I did with that. Let's see here. What screen I put that on. Sorry, I'm a mess. I'm all over the place here. Let me close this and this. I know I still got it open because we're still talking.
I think maybe you just turned your camera off on one of your screens, maybe?
Okay, there we are. There we are. There we are. I got you.
There you are. Welcome back. All right.
You're nice. Most people don't ask. Okay. So please play with that. Let me know if that's interesting to anyone. Again, my stuff is never going to be PhD. It's always going to be figure it out. It's always going to be MacGyver. It's always going to be err on the side of kids having a fun time playing around with what I'm building. Okay. So let me go to my next slide here. This one is crazy. I'm in Ohio, and the governor closes down schools. I'm doing PD, and there's a number of kids that are still in the building taking karate class. These are tough kids. These are neighborhood kids. These are gang kids. These are not the easiest kids in the world. In fact, the schools I'm working with in Ohio are the most challenging schools I've worked with in my 30-year career. And I love these kids, right? When this was announced and they're closing school, these tough kids surrounded their sensei, their lady karate teacher. And they hugged her, and they cried. And they said, what happens next? And she said, I don't know. And I'm just standing there in this moment. And then as I watched what teachers did after that, anything it took, I was so proud. I was so inspired, right? Because we didn't know. No one knew. There was no script here. We figured it out, right? And then now we have this conference, this 2-day conference where we're getting better at what we need to get better at to serve kids. And I'm in love with the people who organized this. I'm in love with the people who came for free to present at this conference to make you all better. Or to look, I'm not telling you what makes you better. We're telling you don't quit trying. We're all in this together. No one has a script, but we're figuring it out. But do get connected. If you go to this crazy page of stuff here, I built this before I left the building that day. And the big thing is I thought, man, how do I help them get a bunch of stuff that they can use really fast? That was my biggest worry, is that how do we do that? So I started curating a page right away of things we could do. And it's a mess. It is a mess. It looks like this. Now, why does it have all these GIFs in here? You can say GIF, I don't know. Is I think kids hold their attention better if something's moving, right? So I started taking everything I've ever made and putting it on one page, right? So please shoplift from this page. There's a lot of stuff on here. I'm sorry, it's a mess. Here's Eric Carl reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar, elementary people. Learning Challenge Parking Lot. Again, over here, visit my virtual school model. This was all Google Draw. Let me go there real quick. This is a crazy idea, but literally that school, I drew a picture of that school in Google Draw. And what I was saying is build your classroom on your school in Google Draw. And then if kids click here, live lessons and schedule, right? Over here, draw the ant. Click on that, and you're on my YouTube video that teaches you how to draw an ant. I'm still an art teacher, but now I'm teaching you this way.
Hello, and welcome to Art Snacks. Today we're going to draw a fire ant.
Let me jump ahead here. So I get elementary kids drawing an ant with me, and I'm showing them what colors to use. This is all crayon stuff they're likely to have at home. I'm still teaching. I say insect, 6 legs, exoskeleton, head, abdomen, thorax, Trojan horse learning online during COVID-19. It's a mess, I know. I've got a lot of stuff on that page. If you go here, I'm going to blow your mind. If you have ADHD, we're going to get along fine. If you don't, I don't know, you might need an Adderall. I'm not sure of what you'll need to survive this page. But listen, shoplift from this. This is all just stuff out there. A lot of this stuff is mine, but not all of it. Over here, it's Khan Academy. The school I was at that day, had never used Khan Academy. Oh my God, well, suddenly they need Khan Academy. So this is not optional anymore. How do we go and curate? It's not always about creating. We don't have time to create everything. How do we curate what's already there to give kids the resources they need to learn the things they need to learn? How do you do that? So that's what's going on here in this slide here. I'm looking at the time, and I'm out of time, so I need to go here and take you to the very last slide. So here we go, right? I'm not sure what lies ahead, but together we can do it. Get connected, stay connected. Over on Twitter, this is me and Alethea. Over on email, this is me and Alethea. Again, this is all going to be shared with you, so you'll have the PDF of this entire presentation. We are honored. I would say, Alethea, do you want to say anything before we're all done here?
Just that these are trying times in lots of different ways, and you're here, you're learning new ideas, you're passionate about your kids, and that is the most important thing. Don't come away with this thinking, oh my gosh, how do I do that? Come away with this thinking, what's one thing that maybe I can try? And you will be better for it. Your students will be better for it. So thank you for your energy. Thank you for the amazing work that you do with kids every single day. You inspire us all the time. So thank you.
Love you all.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my friends. I was just so into this session that I forgot to put the ticker up to tell everybody to type in the chat for the prize because I wasn't even paying attention to the time. So I'm just talking a little bit to give you guys a little bit of extra time to get in on those door prizes because we got some cool stuff on the next slide. Wow, Kevin, Alethea, it was just an amazing session. I wish we had 2-3 more days with you. You're just so inspiring. Wow, that's all I can say. I'm going to drop you guys down so I can do these door prizes, but I'm going to pick you right back up so you can say goodbye to our participants. I'll be right back with you. All right, friends, I'm about to do some door prizes for this session. Just want to thank all of our business partners that are on this slide. We have so many amazing business partners supporting our Free Ed Tech Institute. Please make sure that you do email Dana Rubenstein if you are called out as a winner today. So let's get to the prizes. Our first prize today, go ahead and pick a winner, is a $25 Amazon gift card sponsored by Achieve 3000. And just think, when you spend that money on Amazon, you're going to get some cardboard. You already got some great ideas for what you can do with that cardboard now. So this is going to be a really great thing for our winner today. Don't see the winner yet, but I'm going to go ahead and ask for that second prize to be pulled. And this is going to be a swag bag from Full Sail University. If you're not familiar with Full Sail University, they actually came to our county this past year and did some esports demonstrations. So we had 2 esports competitions at some of our high schools this year. And they were also at our technology conference in January. So Full Sail University has offered up a nice swag bag for us. I'm guessing we got some winners. I'm hoping we got some winners. If they do, I missed it in the chat. I'll try and come back to that and make sure we get your names up here. In the meantime, there is this thing called attendance for the session. We would love to know that you were here. We'd love to hear your thoughts about Kevin and Alethea's presentation. You can go to that bit.ly that's on the screen. Keep in mind that is case sensitive. Tell us what you thought of the presentation. Tell us what you thought of the EdTech Institute. This is our first online institute. So we are very, very excited to see the great participation we have had within this. The EdTech training team, we put a lot of work into this to provide this for you, and it has been a huge success. It has just really blown our mind at how successful it's been, and that's because of you. From the entire educational technology department, we thank you so much for being here with us these past 2 days. Upcoming, we still have some more. We got some more stuff coming on, so join the next session at this bit.ly. You can also get to the next session through our website. So we hope to see you there. I'm going to bring Kevin and Alethea up one last time to say farewell. Thank you so much for joining us. Reach out to them. They definitely want to hear from you. You are the rock stars in this group. All right, friends.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thanks for what you do. Have a great summer, and listen, don't stop learning, just keep doing what you do, figure things out. Don't forget to bring you to whatever you do, bring you to that. Be you. That's what the kids want to see. That's what the kids miss, right? And thank you. I'm honored to even talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca and Kevin, for having me on, and thank you to all of you for joining. Have a wonderful summer and good luck. We will figure this out together. So be strong and be amazing.
All right, friends. We'll see you at the next session. Thank you.